Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another video. This one is an unboxing, and it's an unboxing of the Pinter. Now, probably going back a couple of years ago, I think it was 2021, I did buy the original Pinter. I think I paid £80 for it. There was 2 presses with it and what have you. Well, I didn't have much success with that. The original one used to leak a lot. There were issues. But now they're on to sort of like, we've had Pinter 2, Pinter 2.1, but we're on to Pinter 3 now. So I did like the idea of brewing my own stuff, and I did watch some of the people that had done the trial runs of the Pinter 3 before it was released. Let me just move that out of your way. It's in your way there. Just to try and see if it was going to be any more improved, or whether there would be leaks and this, that and the other. So I did watch a couple of videos. I bit the bullet and bought one. I did use a discount code that somebody had, so it should have come in at £109, I think, for the package that I got. I got the £30 off, so it came in at £79. It was £5 postage. So we're going to do an unboxing of it now. So in the box, all I've done is literally open the outer box. In the package I got, you obviously get the Pinter 3. You also get the brand new tap that they've just released, which they're selling for 30 quid, which is you're supposed to have control over how you pour. It also contained a fresh press, if you like, so the brewing kit, and it also contained a glass as well with it, as well as Pinter 3. So I've opened up the box. This is the first thing that I've taken out. So this is the fresh press that I picked up. Now I have noticed that the presses have gone up quite a bit. So they are now coming in at about, I think it's averaging about 17 to £20 for a press of doing your own stuff for 10 pints. So it's not the cheapest, don't get me wrong. I know you can do all this home brewing stuff for a lot less and get a lot more pints out of it. But saying that, hopefully some of these beers are going to be decent. So if I can get this open, there we go. I'm going to show you the press first. Now I am aware that the presses have changed. They used to come in a plastic bottle, if you like. Now it looks like they're doing this, all the sort of saving plastic stuff. So it's still in sort of like a plastic packet, if you like. It's almost like a boil in the bag rice sort of packet. And the one that I've got is the Space Hopper West Coast Edition Double Dry Hopped IPA. And this one is coming in at 7%, I believe. Yeah, 7% once brewed. Again, that's going to be a little bit hit and miss, I'm guessing. But yeah, they're different, but they do look quite cool. I do like the idea of the black. And you might be able to see on the front, fresh beer starts here. So yeah, that's the press. Fresh brewing yeast loyalty. God knows what that is, but you get the yeast separate. You also get the purifier in these. Remember, you used to get the yeast anyway, and you used to get the press, and you used to get the purifier in the old ones. But the Pinter has changed a little bit since then. And now you actually put the hops in separate. So you also get a little tub of hops, which you put in. It's actually hop oil by the looks of it. Yeah, hop oil. So you actually put that in separate. So some things have changed a little bit. I've got a cat outside meowing, pain in the backside. But yeah. Basically the same things, but some things have changed a little bit. So there you go, there's the press. There's the first bit out of the way. Not a massive change, but certainly not in the packaging. Well, certainly the brews are different, the packaging is slightly different, but nothing major different there. So the next box we're going to get out, what we will get out is the glass that they give you. And I think this is a 330ml. I still think it's the same thing that I got. So there you go. It's the sort of typical sort of craft beer glass, I think. God knows how we get this open. I'm probably boring the shitless. I think I had 2 or 3 of these. I think I've only got 2 now. I could be wrong. This could be my second. It could be my third. There we go. There you go. So there's the glass you get with it. 10 quid they sell these for. Yeah, I'm thinking exactly the same as what you're thinking. It's a 330ml typical sort of craft beer tulip glass, if you like. As you can see, the etching, well, as you probably can't see actually, but there is etching on the bottom. So it's a nucleated glass. Nothing different there, but it does come in a slightly fancier box, shall we say. I can't even be asked to try and put that back right. So next thing out the box, and I'm guessing this, well, there you are. I'm not even guessing. There you are. It tells you what it is. The brewing dock. So see if we can get this out. Now this is where it might be a little bit interesting for me to see the difference in the quality. Certainly I won't know until I start brewing, but certainly the feel of things and what have you. And straight away I can tell there is a difference here, just putting my hands on the brewing dock in here. But let's be honest, if it doesn't work and it leaks, it's no good. But yeah, I mean, straight away, that feels so much more sturdier, a lot more solid. It looks a lot more different as well. I mean, unless you've owned a Pinter before, you're probably not going to know, but that looks a lot more solid. It was a lot more plasticky, and somehow the seal just seemed a lot more flimsy. I know you can't tell much, but yeah, I mean, the brewing dock looks and feels a lot better. It's got the rubber feet on there as well, so when you've got the Pinter brewing, that's going to stop it from scratching anything. Although it's not really going to matter scratching anything, because I'm still going to make sure there's something underneath it. Certainly for the first few brews that I do. But yeah, I mean that seems a lot more solid and a lot more well made. There's a nice little bit of branding there. Some nice sort of like extra touches on it. Everything's a little bit rounded there. So it does look, and certainly this feels a lot more quality and looks a lot more quality than the original one. But like I said, 2 years ago, so things have changed. So put the brewing dock in there, and now there we go. We take the Pinter out the box. That was a big box. It was just in. It's like a box inside a box. They say about bloody trying to cut down on plastics. I think we maybe need to look at bloody cutting down on cardboard as well, don't we? It's mental. Now I'm guessing this box is like the other one, opens up. Yeah, it does the opening up thing, so it's like a big, I don't know, it's like a big ta-da kind of box when you open it. So it's a bit hard to show you everything, but what I will do, I think I've kind of opened it slightly wrong, but there you go. You open up the box there. The Pinter even comes in a little kind of bag, if you like. So what I'm going to try and show you without dropping it, if you like. So it all opens up. There you go. You get the big Pinter branding. There we go. There. And this all sort of opens out. So what you've got in here, on the one side, you lift up the flap, fresh notes. So I'm guessing that is your instructions, if you like. On this side, this is the tap. I'm guessing this, yeah, I think the Pinter 3 is just fitted. Oh no, tell a lie. This is the tap handle, not the tap. So yeah, that's a little bit different as well. I think the other one was aluminium, but it wasn't, it was still a little bit different. So there we go, that's got more of a solid feel to it. I'm going to pass judgment on this bit yet until we see, but that does feel solid, but it kind of looks a little bit flimsy, but it does feel quite solid. So there's the new tap. Oh, shit, here we go. There's the new tap handle. Making a bit of a pig's ear of this one, aren't I? Never mind. Can't be helped. How the fuck do you... There we are. We're back in there, so that goes in here. I don't know if there's going to be anything different. I think that is about it. So, there we go. I'm going to lift this box out of the way, because by the looks of it, that's all that's in there is your instructions on your tap handle. And finally, we have the Pinter. Now, they give you a little case for it. Isn't that pretty? Not Hessian, but it's got that little case with it. I suppose a protective sort of cover. But it's a nice little touch. Now, here we are. Now, that looks shorter, rounder and fatter. Certainly feels more solid. So there we go. There's the Pinter 3. Very different from what I recall of the original. It seems a little bit shorter. It seems a little bit fatter, a little bit rounder. Definitely feels a lot more sturdier. Again, with the Brewing dock, it feels like a totally different plastic. I'm going to say this feels like a recycled plastic, but just feels sturdier. We still have this little cap on the front, but again, it's got a little bit of a detail on it with the tap handle. On the top, there is believe it, you can see it maybe. There's a little bit of detail on the top. We now have this on the outside, which is rubber, with their branding, the Pinter. Underneath, again, yeah, it's got to be shorter. It's got to be shorter. 4 rubber feet, and apparently one of these, because when you clean it out, there's a bit of a cavity, if you like, between where the beer goes in and the outside. There's a cavity. Sometimes that can be gets filled up with water when you're trying to clean it. And I believe one of these feet come out, so you can drain that easy. But yeah, it feels a lot more solid on the back. Yeah, that handle feels a lot more solid, a lot more, I don't know, just sturdy. Now, apparently it's a little bit different. There is the carbonation dial on the back, and it's off and it goes to 1 to 5. And they do recommend certain carbonation levels for certain beers. And this bit here, that is where you put your hops in. So the hop oil thing that I showed you in the press pack, I believe this just screws off, and when it is time to add the hops, I think it's standing up like there, as it'd be sort of like in the Brewing kind of thing, and you can add the hops late on. You would just screw that in, and that would run into the beer there. So like I say, I've not seen a lot on this new one. I saw a couple of videos and bit the bullet. I ordered it a while ago, but it seems that I've been the last one to sort of get hold of it. But at the moment, it certainly seems a lot more solid. Even the plate that goes on the front, if you like, ready for when you pour in, seems pretty solid. The tap handle looks, well, not the tap handle, but the actual tap looks a lot more bulkier and solid. While we're here, we'll have a go with the lid, because that was always something that was, you had an aluminium handle and it always felt a little bit when you tightened it up. Now I've only just undone this, it wasn't overly tight, but again it certainly seems a lot more solid. We'll take that out and have a quick look at it now. I think that's changed a bit, but I don't think it's changed too much. But again, it seems a lot more sort of solid. But it looks interesting. I'm guessing the fill line inside is where the tap comes to, or I don't know if you can see in there, if I'm going to be able to. There'll come a point, you see where the black inside the Pinter, it's white, goes black. I'm wondering if that is going to be the fill line to where you fill it up with water and all your things. But yeah, at the moment, it definitely looks the sort of thing it should have been maybe at the start. only time will tell when I start trying it. But hopefully it's not going to be a waste of money. It was a bit disappointing last time. I did lose a few presses because of the leaking and that, and it was a little bit hit and miss. Beer wise, again, it was, I think, a little bit hit and miss, but that could have been down to me. I only done about 5 brews on it, so obviously no real sort of experience with it. I was only doing videos on what the experiences were that I was having. But hopefully, maybe the presses have improved. I hope they have, because at, you know, sort of 17 to 20 pound for 10 pints at home brewing, you know, it's not the cheapest way of having beer, is it? But hopefully this is going to be a little bit more reliable, and hopefully the presses are going to be good. So there you go. That's my unboxing of Pinter 3. How long will it be before I get going on it? Hopefully it'd be good. What are we on, Wednesday today? It'll be good if hopefully by sort of Saturday. I'm working Saturday. If I get some time and that, hopefully by the weekend, it'll be great if I can actually get cracking on actually starting a brew up. So yeah, keep an eye out. There will be some more beers coming up from this, obviously, because there's no point in buying it otherwise. But the first one is going to be the West Coast Double Dry Hopped IPA Space Hopper, 7%. That'll be the first one. I won't be going nuts on the ordering. It's probably going to be 1 review a month of something like this. That's what I'll be aiming for. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully I'll have some more luck with it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.